Welcome, Gemini, my beautiful gemstones. How are you guys doing? This is Nikki from Celestial Tarot, and I'm here to bring you your intuitive tarot card reading for matters of the heart. Usually it's always about love, guys. If I see other things in the spread, such as money, finances, or anything important, I will mention it, but it's usually love, okay? Geminis, I'm going to make this really short because I know you guys don't like long intros, and I have made it a point to be very quick with my intro so we can get right into the reading. But there are just a couple of announcements I need to make. Number one, guys, I've had a couple rude comments as of late, not by anybody in your readings, your monthly views. You guys have been great, okay? I think it was in my Aquarius video, somebody said I was talking too much. The intro was not even that long, guys. I just wanted to explain my new deck and somebody's being rude. So first and foremost, I'm not going to tolerate rudeness on my channel, guys. Any arrogance, ignorance, I'm not going to do it. I do this out of love to bring you guys message, to bring you guys clarity. And, you know, I do this free of charge, these monthlies and mid-monthlies, you know what? Because I do it out of love. I do it for you guys. Okay, so any sort of rudeness will be blocked right away, and, you know, they won't be able to see my content anymore. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out. I want this channel to be a loving channel where we support each other, where we love each other, where we give each other, you know, encouragement, okay? Obviously, I can't control the messages. They come out on my table how they come out on my table. I'm not going to extract everything I see from the cards. I'm going to tell you what Spirit tells me to say. It's not up to me what cards come out, okay, guys? Excuse me. So please don't give me slack for what comes out on my table, okay? Now, Geminis, I love you guys, okay? You guys are phenomenal. Like I said, I have Gemini in my chart, quite a lot of it. So I do these readings just as much for you as I do them for me in this particular video, okay? Secondly, welcome to all my new subscribers, okay? I've had so much love, so much support in these past couple months. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I want to thank everyone who has ordered a private reading from me, and have just shown me support and commented and have given me the feedback that I've asked. Because I do love your feedback, guys. I love to see how this plays out in your life. You know, obviously not so much the negative stuff, but I do like to see how you're resonating with it and how you're connecting with the energies here, okay? So thank you for that. Thank you for the anonymous donors that have donated to my channel. There's been a couple of you. I don't know who you are, but I thank you very much. So I'm going to mention that in every one of my videos. I am truly grateful for you. It keeps the channel going. So thank you. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Now, guys, if this resonates with you, if I connect with your energy on a personal level, then please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you feel up to it. Like I said, I love your feedback, okay? My beautiful gems. And guys, last thing, I'm doing $35 readings, okay? If you want to get that $10 off and get the reading for $35, it is an in-depth tarot reading, tarot and oracle. As many cards as it takes, guys. I say 30 minutes, but, you know, some of them have been going into 50 minutes long. So if you want that, just email me. Everything is in the description box below. Okay, guys, let's get into your reading. So first and foremost, we're using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'm also bringing in this new deck I just got. It's called the Lover's Oracle, and it's by this person here. I'm horrible at pronouncing this name, so hopefully you guys can see that. This is a beautiful deck, and I pull one card. I've been pulling one card for every sign, but two came out for you guys, so I took them. Spirit told me to take them. So, and I'm also using a whole bunch of Dorian Virtue oracle cards with energy oracle cards. As you know, if you've been following my channel, I pull a lot of cards, guys. People say clarifiers or confusers, but I like the bigger picture. I like to give you as much information as possible. Okay, guys, this is your general energy, okay? The general overview for the month of March, Gemini. We have the Four of Swords, okay, with the Five of Wands. So some of you may have been in some sort of conflict. Okay, this could be going on right now or just coming out of February, but there may have been some sort of conflict here that you know, made you take a step back, made you go within, kind of shut yourself off from the world because you don't want to deal with this conflict anymore, okay? This could also be competition. If there's competition in your love life, gems, I see that really coming to an end, because you're the one taking a step back here and really going within and figuring out what it is that you want to do and what steps you want to take next. Now, for a select few of you Geminis, okay, it's not for all of you, but I am sensing a bit of health issues here, okay? Like I said, if there's things other than love that come up that I feel strongly, I will say them. But we do see, you know, I think you really need to pay attention to your health this month, Gemini, okay? Even if it is just taking a step back, getting more rest, okay? I do see a lot of you gems that are, you know, overworking and not taking care of yourself as much as you probably should, okay? So more rest, make sure you're eating properly, make sure you're, you know, drinking enough water, exercising, all that good stuff, okay? Because there may be a couple health concerns, you know, even just minor things that come up, if it's even just a cold or a flu or something like that. But I need you to pay special attention to your health this month, gems. It's really important, okay? You may, you know, literally be out of commission for a little bit. Like I said, even if it's just a cold, and it may be, you know, something that's causing you some anxiety, causing you some even depression, okay? Now that's not for all of you, but I do suggest all of you Geminis to pay special attention to your health this month. Now, in your present moment, Gemini, we do have the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Swords with the Knight of Cups, okay? So elements, guys, I see Taurus strongly, Virgo, Capricorn, I see Scorpio, I see Sagittarius, or Aries or Leo, and I do see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I see all the elements here, guys, but as I go on, I will point them out again to give you more clarity. But I see that you're quite anxious over something, Gemini. I'm not feeling as anxious as I was the last time I did your reading. I was like having a hard time even catching my breath in the last reading because there was a lot of anxious energy around. That has calmed down, luckily, because I'm not feeling that anxious and that tension that I was feeling the last time. But I do see, you know, it is lingering here, Gemini. You do have this lingering anxiety, this worry. Perhaps it's worry over, you know, a health issue that has come to light for you, okay? So you may have had some truth and clarity, perhaps from a doctor, okay? Again, that's only for a specific few of you, okay? But for others of you, there may be a love offer or an offer from a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that has you kind of worried in your head, okay? This is the card of getting sleepless nights. But, you know, I forget which reader pointed this out, but there was a reader that pointed this out, and it's kind of stuck with me. As you can see in this card, I mean, this man is obviously, you know, stressed out. He's anxious, he's worried, but you can tell he's comfortable, you know, like he's not out on the streets. He's not out in the cold. He is comfortable. He's got a cozy blanket, a cozy bed. So it's like not the end of the world energy, okay? But it's something that is, you know, weighing on your mind. It is mental energy, okay? And it could have been because of this truth, this clarity that you've gotten or that you're about to get in the month of March. I mean, this is your present moment, okay? So this could be around the corner for you guys if it hasn't happened already. But this is, you know, also divine connection. So, I mean, watch your dreams, watch the synchronicities. If you see like repeating signs or repeating things on the clock, pay attention to that, because that's your guides and your angels trying to give you the messages. So whatever you're thinking about at that moment, pay close attention to it, okay? But it could just be that there's this offer coming in that either you want to extend or somebody else wants to extend to you that has you all up in your head, okay? Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy there. But this is also a divine guidance, okay? Divine messages, truth and clarity. Perhaps that came out of nowhere, all right? But may have something to do with a love offer. Now it's crossing you, gems. We have the Hanged Man with the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, there's a similar feel here as in the Taurus reading that I did yesterday, okay? There's a similar energy. So for some of you, you are connected to Taurians, okay? Because I do see this King of Pentacles in your thoughts. Again, that's not for all of you, but some of you are absolutely connected to Taurus. And I see very similar energy here. There's this stagnation. What's crossing this energy is the Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So, I mean, perhaps you're in a waiting period for an offer to get off the ground. This is also an offer on money, guys. Again, this is also health too. So, you know, perhaps you're waiting around to find out what the heck's going on with your health, okay? And that's what has you all up in your head. Again, that's obviously not for all of you, but I really feel like for some of you, you're waiting around for an offer here. Perhaps from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is offering you something and you're kind of giving them the cold shoulder here. But, you know, this is needing to look at things in a different perspective, okay? Just to get this new beginning. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is always a practical, stable, long-term new beginning, okay? Very practical, but there's this waiting period. There's this delay. And perhaps that's what has you up in your head as well. Now, Gemini, why is this all happening, you ask? So many people have been pulling this card, guys, and please don't give me slack in the comments because, again, I tell you what I see. I know not all of you want somebody from your past. I know that, okay? There's a huge chunk of you that would rather die than see somebody from your past or, you know, become partners again with an ex. I get that. I understand it completely. But on the other hand, for some of you, there are people from your past that you do want to be with again, okay? So I need to tell you what the cards see. See, I said that again. I said that yesterday. I need to tell you what I see from the cards, okay? And we do have the Six of Cups here, which is, you know, and this is also a reflection card as well. So perhaps for some of you, you're really thinking about the future or the past, okay? You're thinking and reflecting on the past, childhood memories, you know, perhaps even somebody from your past. This is usually like a good energy though, like thinking and being nostalgic, I guess, about the past. Now, for some of you, you're reflecting and waiting on somebody from the past as well. Perhaps you're asking yourself, okay, does this somebody I want to invest in? And remember, cross watchers, the energy can switch, okay? This is a general reading, so it could go both ways. This could be the story of the cross watcher and not the Gemini. Okay, so please be aware of that, okay? But, I mean, for some of you, you may not want to deal with this past again. As you can see, he's not only looking at the pentacles here, but he's looking at this card here. So it's like he's outside of himself, Gem. You may be outside of yourself, looking back on the past, wondering, is this something I want to do again? Okay, because for a lot of you, especially going back in the last couple of readings, I do see a lot of cycles ending for Gemini and new ones beginning, just like Taurus, okay? And again, like I told Taurus, I really feel like Geminis have been dealing with their soulmates or twin flames within the last little while, okay? Because there's a lot of heavy energy when it comes to soulmates and twin flames, as we see in this reading alone as well. But, I mean, there may have been somebody from the past that has come up and you're, you know, either waiting on them or they're waiting on you, or you're reflecting whether or not, you know, should I go ahead and do this? Now, in your past, Gem, you were victorious about something here, okay? This, I see two different scenarios here in your recent past. I mean, the Nine of Wands does talk about being guarded, okay? It can even talk about, you know, having a bit of paranoia as well and thinking things are one way when they're not. But it's usually the card of being guarded and, you know, tired and not knowing whether or not they're going to make it. But you did, Gemini, because you were victorious with something here. Now, like I said, I like to keep it out love, but this can go in any area of your life, okay? This could be your career and finances, and it, you know, it caused a celebration here. You were happy about something here, Gem, something you were previously guarded or unsure about. You know, you became victorious. You got the public recognition that you wanted, or you just got the recognition from somebody that you wanted recognition from, okay? Like you got noticed. And then it caused a celebration here. Now, some of you may have been involved in a third-party situation. I do have to point that out, okay? Not all of you. It's obviously for a small percent of you. And that's what kind of had you guarded. And you were victorious in finding it out. You were victorious in finding out the truth about what happened, as we see with the Ace of Swords there in your present moment. You know, you could be anxious and worried over the truth about this third party. And you were victorious in finding it out. Or, cross watchers, you were victorious in finding it out, okay? And now Gemini's all in their head. Or you're all in your head. Like I said, it goes either way. But Gems, we have this in your mind, in your thoughts, okay? We have the Ten of Cups with the King of Pentacles in your thoughts. So it's almost like there was a shift in energy here. if there was something going on in the past that, you know, had you guarded, had you upset, had you in your head, you're still thinking about this happiness, this emotional fulfillment. Perhaps somebody new has come in for you, Gemini. Perhaps it's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, you're thinking about this emotional fulfillment that you're getting at the moment. But like Gemini, usually Gemini's readings are usually very complicated because there's so much going on in Gemini's life. Always, okay? Geminis could be worried about things, 10 million different things, but they seem so happy and so resilient on the outside, okay? But their minds are always going, okay? So even though you may be happy and emotionally fulfilled and thinking about this earth sign, or somebody with earth sign qualities, or somebody with earth in their chart, again, apply it to your life, guys. They could be stupidly anxious and worried about what other things in their life that's going on, okay? That's the duality of Gemini, okay? That's what I love about Gemini. They're survivors, they're warriors, okay? So, I mean, it could be somebody from your past here, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with earth qualities here that's making you feel emotionally content, or at least you're thinking. Again, Gemini's mental energy, right? So you think it almost more than you feel it. Not all the time, but you're thinking about this emotional fulfillment. Okay, gems. Near future. Again, like I tell everybody, this is a future prediction. Please keep in mind, though, the future is subjective. It can change, especially with you guys. It can change so quickly because it can change based on you changing your mind about something or changing your course of action. If you change your course of action, it's obviously going to change your future, right? So the future is subjective. Now, we have the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the Star card with the Death card. So some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, other air energy, earth energy. I see all the elements. Now, normally this card here, the 10 of Swords, carries with it this grim and, you know, despair type feeling, okay? As you can see, it's not a pretty picture here. This person's being stabbed in the back 10 times. So obviously it paints a nasty picture in somebody's head, but the way I'm seeing it more with you guys is a period of healing, okay? Perhaps after a painful ending for some of you may have or are about to have a painful ending, but for most of you, I'm sensing you're healing after something that has occurred in your life, okay? You're healing with the Star card, with the Death card. I mean, there's this transformation in your life. There's this ending of a cycle so something new can come. Now, going back to the health issues, Gem, it could be this period of healing and transformation that has occurred after surgery, after, you know, any sort of health issues, some sort of sickness, okay? Why I say the sickness and your health in the beginning is because it's like in your near future, now you're healing from it, okay? So some of you may you know, need to go for surgery or are about to go for surgery, and it's going to look all right, okay? Even with the Death card here, it looks okay because there's healing, all right? I have to get that message out, and I know those of you who want just love readings aren't going to be happy about that, but I mean, that message was obviously meant for somebody, okay? Now, for others of you, I definitely see you building upon something here, okay? This is collaboration. This is building. After a painful ending, after the ending of a cycle, 10s are endings, guys. And it's going to create this beautiful healing, this newfound hope, this newfound faith that is going to lead to an absolute transformation. All right. Now, gems, how you see yourself, I mean, you're in your element. We have the King of Swords here. Okay, it could be male or female because it's a general reading, but there's something you're feeling regretful about here. There's some sorrow, Gemini. This is how you're seeing yourself in the month of March. There's absolute sorrow here. Perhaps even crying over spilt milk. I mean, this person, this figure here, is focused on those 3 cups that are spilt over, but not knowing, like, not even seeing that there's 2 beautiful cups behind them. Okay, so you may feel like you have to emotionally detach yourself from a situation, or even cut somebody out or something out of your life. It's no longer serving you, and perhaps that's what creates this ending. That's what creates this death, this end of a cycle, okay? Now, what's coming towards you, Gemini? You have a love offer here. Could be from another Gemini, but somebody's avoiding a disaster here with a soulmate, okay? This is what's external to you, Gemini. Okay, this is a twin flame relationship right here. That's why I said a lot of you Geminis are dealing with your twin flames, dealing with soulmates, okay? But you definitely have a love offer coming in. Could be from a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But you're trying, the person that's external to you is avoiding a disaster. Perhaps the person external to you is avoiding a breakup, or trying to avoid an ending of some sort as well. But there's this soulmate connection. There's this deep spiritual bond here, guys. This is what's coming towards you, Gemini. For those of you who are single, you have something beautiful here. Perhaps the person doesn't want to reach out because they want to avoid a disaster. They don't want to be turned down, Geminis. We know you're heartbreakers. Perhaps they don't want to get turned down. That may be the disaster that they want to avoid. Perhaps they've been turned down before by you, Gem. But I see some beautiful connection here. Why would you turn that down, Gemini? That's just what the info I got from Spirit. Spirit literally said maybe they, maybe Gem turned them down previously, and that's why they want to avoid the disaster. But the person external to you, Gemini, knows this connection is real. The person external to you, I feel, knows or feels the connection more than you do, okay? Perhaps you messed up in the past, Gemmy. And that's why you're feeling this regret, feeling this sorrow. It is a possibility. But this is what's interesting in your hopes and fears. We have the Hermit card, which is a card of Virgo, with the Seven of Swords. So perhaps you're fearing that somebody's going to sneak away or do something. Perhaps, perhaps this came out in the past, and now you're fearing that it's going to happen again. Perhaps you're fearing someone's going to ghost on you. Cross watchers, it could be, your energy as well. But there's, an element of sneakiness here. This is, my Thief in the Night card. Perhaps you're fearing that someone's going to, do something sneaky and ghost with the Hermit card. Or perhaps you're literally fearing a Virgo's going to sneak away or do some sneaky cheating behavior. Now, in your final outcome, Gemini, and I did pull a lot of clarifiers, okay, just so you have a full picture of what's to come. Now, this is where I see a lot of heavy energy of Sagittarius or fire energy, okay? Again, you have to apply it to your life, because I also see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, and water energy. Looks as though you're going to get a judgment call here. This is a resurrection, okay? This is an epiphany. This is an aha moment. I believe Taurus got this as well. And again, guys, it can be a second chance here. But it looks as though for those of you who are single, you're not embracing singlehood. For some of you, you don't want to be single. This is what I find interesting, okay? We do have balance and moderation. We have healing and divine guidance here. But we have you looking right at a fire sign here. And it's almost like you're going, come here. Come to me, And then we have this beautiful brand new beginning with the Magician card, which is also your card. So it's like you're manifesting, Gemini. You have the tools to manifest this if you want. For some of you, you're having a Sagittarius come back. Because this storyline is very, very clear. Some of you are giving someone a second chance, whether it's you giving them a second chance or someone giving you a second chance. And it could have to do with this King of Wands, guys, particularly Sagittarius, although it could be a Leo or an Aries. Or it could just be anybody taking on this energy. But there is an offer here. And it looks like it's the person external to you that's going to make it. But at the same time, wanting to avoid a disaster, even though they know how connected they are to you, Gemini. But we have healing coming. We have emotional offers coming, okay? I like to see this king in the upright, not in the reverse. I think the last one I did for you guys, this king was in the reverse, okay? So I see major shifts happening, Gemini, okay? Perhaps after a period of conflict, perhaps after a period of competition. So if you were competing for somebody, or if somebody was competing for you, I really see that ending, because you're not having it anymore. Because you took a time out, or you're about to take a time out and go inwards and really figure out what it is you want. I believe a lot of you know about this connection. A lot of you realize how intense this connection is with somebody. I just keep feeling this intense connection, but I also see transformations. I see you moving on to a new phase here, Gemini, especially those of you who are coupled. I see you ending major conflicts. I see victory here, guys. I see communication. I see new beginnings. There may be a bit of delay when it comes with money, when it comes to money or a job offer, okay? It's coming. For those of you looking for new jobs, or, you know, in going to interviews, excuse me, or branching out, I see it coming, but there's a bit of a delay there, okay, guys? But there's three brand new beginnings here. I mean, you have the Ace of Swords as well. There is truth and clarity over an offer. Perhaps, you know, somebody found out about an offer that was made behind their back, that has either you all up in your head and worried, or the person you're dealing with all up in their head. Okay, but I see you really reflecting. I see you waiting either on somebody from your past, or I see you reflecting on whether or not this is something you want to go through with. But I see victory. I see celebration. I see this emotional contentment, Gemini, with this earth sign, or this Sagittarius. Perhaps a Virgo. Perhaps you, Gemini, you're trying to sneak away with somebody, or sneak away from somebody to be with somebody else here. And that's why you're trying to avoid a disaster. Because you know how deep this connection is, how spiritual this connection is. But you're trying to avoid a disaster. And it makes you go inward. Makes you take a step back, a time out. Perhaps, you know, you sneaking away is what's going to resolve this competition and conflict, okay? But there is somebody coming in for you, Gemini. If they haven't already, there's somebody very, very important coming in for you. And I need you to keep your eyes out in the month of February. For those of you who are single, that everything could change for you in the month of March. Everything, on an emotional level. So overall, a beautiful reading, guys. A little complicated, and, you know, I don't expect anything less from Gemini. You guys are, you know, not an easy sign to read for, especially because each Gemini has so much duality that it's like I'm trying to tap into multiple storylines here. But again, if you guys just want a private reading where I can tap into your energy, just, you know, shoot me a message. Even if it's just you want one answer to a question, and it is a 3-card spread, okay? And an oracle reading, an oracle card. And that's only $8. So I mean, if you guys are struggling with something, or don't know what step to take, or just want to know how somebody feels about you, you can always email me and get that $8 question. It's not just one card, one answer. I actually pull several cards for you, but you do get that the same day as well. But regardless, let's get back to this. What's weighing on your mind, Gemini? This is the direct link to your angels, to your spirit guides. What do they say? What's going on, Gems? Communicate clearly and don't stop. Interesting. Okay, you know, maybe that with the Hangman there, it's saying don't stop, because it is coming. Even though there's a little delay, don't stop. Don't get discouraged, Gemini. You may be discouraged at the moment, but don't be. And make sure you're communicating clearly. We see that Ace of Swords in your present moment, okay? There, you know, you guys are the communicators of the Zodiac. You're brilliant. So make sure you're communicating clearly, but don't stop communicating clearly. Branch out, reach out, speak to the person you love, especially if it's you knowing about this deep spiritual connection. Get out there, guys. Okay, so for the Lover's Oracle, I've only been picking one, but two came out for you guys, so Spirit told me to take them. I'm going to try and get it close so you can see the image here. It's very detailed, so you might not be able to see it. It's clear. Okay, so the message here, guys. Here, I'll show you this one too. It's beautiful, but there's a lot going on in the pictures. So this one says, it only takes a second to say I love you, but it takes a lifetime to show how much. That's beautiful. And I feel like this really fits your reading. Now the next one says, love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Joy is more intense, pain is deeper. Love can turn your world around, and the world will last forever. So beautiful cards, they have beautiful messages. And you know, it's funny, like even with my last video with Taurus, it was really fitting for their reading, and I feel that with you. It's really in sync with your reading. I think that's why 2 came up. I feel like for a lot of you, you're either waiting for somebody to show you how much they love you, waiting for them to basically reciprocate. Because Gemini, if it's not you, it's them, but you've either put in a lot of work and you're waiting now for that to be reciprocated, or vice versa. So let's see what your romance angels have to say. Soulmate. So yeah, like a lot of you are dealing with the soulmate, the twin flame, guys. As we see with that 2 of Cups, with the Lover's card. Okay, so yes, this is your soulmate, Gemini. Very clearly, obviously, communicate that clearly, okay? It says give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. For those of you who are in committed bonds, committed relationships, or, you know, dealing with a soulmate here, which I believe most of you are, give that relationship a chance, okay? And now it's saying let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally, okay? So the Hanged Man, you know, wait it out a little bit. You know, it's coming, communicate. But don't try and control the situation the way you want it to go, okay? Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now very soon. Flirt. Don't flirt too much though, Gemini, okay? Because people don't like that. But extend your lighthearted energy to others, okay? Communicate. Get out there. Speak. Talk to people. And for some of you, you know, you need to release your ex, okay? You need to clear your energy. There's somebody you might be hanging on to, Gemini, that you really need to release in order to get to this soulmate here. In order for things to flourish with this soulmate, you might need to release somebody. Now, mermaids and dolphins. Let yourself receive, Gemini. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Worthiness. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Again, more receiving, okay? For some of you have taken that step back and, you know, that reflecting, wondering or not whether you deserve this or whether or not somebody else deserves this, okay? You are deserving of that 10 of Cups, Gemini. You are deserving of that happiness. Allow yourself to receive it, okay? Waves of prosperity, new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. That's a beautiful card, guys. For some of you, you know, you may have had this job offer, right, that you're waiting on, and I believe once it comes through for you guys, your finances are really going to be up. So that's obviously a positive thing. Have faith. You know, everybody's been getting this card. Everyone. This is a time where you really need to have faith, okay? You need to be hopeful. You need to be, you know, have positive thoughts about the future. Your prayers are manifesting, Gemini. Remain positive and follow your guidance. You guys are so intuitive. You guys are honestly I feel the most psychic sign. I've said it before, the most psychic sign in the zodiac. A lot of people would beg to differ, but you guys know. You just have this all-knowing energy about you, and I love that. I love that about you. It says here, divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles, Gemini. Expect miracles, but you need to be patient. You need to be patient. And again, like I said, for some of you, there's something you need to walk away from here in order to receive that soulmate energy, in order to have that soulmate in your life, okay? For some of you, it's just walking away from old limiting beliefs and habits, okay? And again, it could be the person you're dealing with that needs to walk away from something so you guys can connect. But you need to have patience, Gemini. Have the patience, okay? We do have the Temperance card there, which talks about patience. There it is again, this card of Sagittarius, you know? Have patience, because your sun is coming. Your optimism, your joy, your happiness, your emotional contentment, it is coming, Gemini. Again, it's a very almost similar things with the Taurus reading as well. The Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. It's beautiful, and it's coming. The problem is already resolved, gems. And it will be in the month of March. If you've been dealing with something, a struggle of some sort, especially in your health, in your relationships, the problem's going to be resolved in the month of March. So stay optimistic, stay hopeful, have faith, be patient. I know it's hard for you guys to do sometimes. And other times it's easy, because that's just your duality. But walk away from these feelings of unworthiness, okay? Walk away from anything and everything that no longer serves you, Gemini, because you have happiness coming in the month of March. It will be resolved in the month of March. All right, my beautiful gems. This concludes your reading for March. I will see you soon. Yeah, if you guys want to get in touch with me, just shoot me an email. Everything you need is in the description box below. All right, gems, I love you. Namaste.